I also acknowledge the contributions of the Aboriginal Australians and non-Aboriginal Australians to the education of all children and people in this country we all live in and share together, Australia. Tonight we welcome our special guests, the Honourable Ben Wyatt, MLA, and his wife Vivian, the Honourable Peter Abetz, MLA, and his wife Jenny, the Principal of Carson Street School, John Exeter, and the Principal and Acting Principal of Kensington Senior High School, Judy Gardner and Jennifer Oversby. I also welcome all staff, parents, family and friends of the Conductive Education program. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for coming to support our wonderful and deserving children. The Conductive Education Charity of WA, or CECWA as we call it, supports conductive education in WA. The CE program is run out of Carson Street School and is currently accessed by 56 children over 2 different locations, and they range in age from about 1 to 11 years old. When I started to write this speech, I was planning to tell you why I think CE is really important for our children. But earlier this week I had an interview, and after talking to this person for about 15 minutes, she asked me if my son, who is a student at Carson Street School, if he had caught up with his peer group, which I kind of thought was beside the point. So I realised that before we can even tell you how great this system of education is, we first need to introduce the broader community to this poorly understood minority of children who so greatly benefit from this program. Of the 56 students currently accessing Conductive Ed, many suffer rare and complex conditions that mean integration into our mainstream model of education does not present them with the opportunities to learn and excel to the best of their abilities. Many have no verbal language, although that doesn't really mean that they can't communicate. In fact, they have lots to say if we can just give them the means to speak and we learn how to listen to them. Many have limited mobility, and yet they want to engage in the same type of activities that other children their age access. Many of the children suffer from complex medical conditions that mean getting through every day is a challenge. Things such as uncontrolled seizures, feeding issues, extreme fatigue. But none of that means they don't want to learn. Exactly the same things that other children learn. They want to be able to count and add numbers and learn about science and language and write poems. But we need to teach them in a way that they can learn, and this is something I see that conductive education does. Our invited speakers later tonight will introduce you more to CE than I will. But right now, I want you to have a look on your table, and you'll see some of our special children showing you some of the things that they can do. I think you'll find in the middle of your tables there's a card with a picture of some of our children. This I can attitude is very much a feature of CE. With this attitude and their specialised approach to teaching, children with motor disorders and complex neurological conditions, this approach to teaching children with motor disorders and complex neurological conditions, they can help our children achieve their best. At CECWA, we really want to support this program to continue to educate these special children. Some of the children have grown with CECWA, have grown with the CE program, which first began in WA about 11 years ago. And now these children are rapidly approaching high school, but there is no high school program offering a CE program. We want to change this. But how can we make this happen? Well, I can tell you, it's with the same I can attitude that these children and their teachers have. If we can all get together with the same I can attitude, it will happen. But just as our children have hurdles that they must manoeuvre to achieve their goals, so too do we. And tonight we can start on two of those hurdles. One is to raise awareness about the need for this program in our schools, and the second is to provide financial support to make it happen. So, sit back and enjoy the wonderful food and entertainment, and learn a little bit more about our children and the CE program. And don't forget to reach into your pockets like you already have and make this dream a reality. Now, before I leave you to enjoy your entree and our fabulous dancers that are coming out soon, I am honoured to dedicate this evening to one of the special children, Jack White, who was a student of the CE program at Carson Street School for about 7 years. Sadly, Jack passed away on February 2nd, 2015, and is missed by all the students and staff and friends of Carson Street School and the CE program. Although Jack could not speak with his voice, Jack's words have managed to touch and continue to touch so many hearts. After a visit to Sculptures by the Sea in 2014, he was inspired to write the poem Whale Shark. With the assistance of his pod book, it took Jack just over an hour to write this poem. All the time, he was suffering from extreme fatigue and debilitating seizures. In fact, I think that Jack's poem says much more clearly what I've been trying to say tonight. Jack's parents couldn't be here tonight with us, but his aunt, Sorrel Miller, has come on their behalf. So I'm going to invite Sorrel to come up and read Jack's poem and remember Jack and all the kids of the CE program who are no longer with us today.